Let's talk about this story here from IGN of all places. This is silly. Did you see the first season of Wednesday,
I
Kirsha?
did.
No,
You did not?
I did
Blabs,
not.
you said you saw it though?
I saw season one, yeah.
Did you like it?
I thought it was okay. It was mediocre at best. Yeah. I like the idea, but some things I thought were poorly executed, and I don't know, like the male leads were kind of iffy on my part. Like the two kids that were what, like 16 or whatever. I didn't really like either one of those. I thought it was kind of weird. I thought Jenna did a great job as Wednesday though. I thought she was pretty good, pretty well cast.
Yeah, I think season one was really well received by a lot of people. You said mediocre at best. I thought it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was fine. I was like not like wow, amazing. I thought the theme song was pretty good. I think it was Danny Elfman who actually came in there and did that intro. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. There's memes of the Jenny Ortega dancing and stuff, like
Yeah, that went
like
viral, crazy.
super viral, right? Well, season two is out, and IGN has a big old article about season two, or I guess it's coming out very soon. Maybe they got a screener for it. But their article over on IGN says Netflix Wednesday continues to completely misunderstand the source material in season two. Now, they go in and they talk about some spoilers for season two and all that fun stuff. But the really interesting thing about this was how this was framed in here. And I want to get to one specific point on this where they say this right here. That's the big emotional hole at the center of Wednesday, which it attempts to fill with an entirely platonic relationship between the extremely straight and heterosexual Wednesday and Enid. Enid is her friend, who both have multiple romantic interests who are men. Okay? Right?
Okay.
So, like, what is the point of this to begin with? This has been pointed out by a lot of folks. The idea of going in and championing this whole idea that like they're almost being shamed for keeping Wednesday and Enid straight in this, which doesn't. Phoenix, you're shaking your head.
Yeah, I just hate all this. It's just the same shit over and over again. I can't take it. It's so painfully obvious what they're trying to do, and they're losing. And I think this is the final death throes, and I just want it to all go away. I can't take it anymore.
There was never any like thing in season one that would hint otherwise that these two were nothing but friends. Like there was no like they weren't hitting on each other. So for context, if anyone's not seen the show, these two girls are roommates. Now Wednesday's very much like dark and gloomy, and she's always wearing black and everything. However, her roommate is like a ray of sunshine. She's got these rainbow colors. She's bubbly. She's everything, and she's like a little werewolf, basically. Spoilers. So she's got the nails and stuff, and she can yeah. But like there was never any like sexual tension or anything. These two are kids, right? And they were just friends. So for this to be like, oh, they're trying to make it something it's not. It's obviously that they're just trying to do this as some type of representation. So.
Yeah, but who cares? Like that's the thing.
Nobody cares.
I don't know why
it doesn't fit.
The story. Like remember when there was like reviews and people talked about just like, hey, how was the story? How was the execution of the film or TV show? And now it's just who's fucking who. Like that's it. It's
It kind of reminds me of the decline of like male friendships in media, where like men can't have close friends anymore. Like they have to be gay now.
Yep.
Well, if you go back several years ago, I think it was during peak insanity when Luca was released. Luca, the Pixar movie, and it was just a story about two boys who were friends, and like people were just reeing on the internet because they weren't gay, and it's like
That's so weird.
Yes, like at a certain point, don't you have to look at people and be like, "You're the weird one, dog. You're the weird one." And it's pointed out here in the chat. This is one of the top comments here. This person says, "Yeah, it's problematic, and I'm generally a left-leaning person. You can't advocate for LGBTQ stuff in media by ridiculing the existence of heterosexual stuff in media, right? It's extremely counterproductive." And I think that's the thing that, like, this person seems fairly reasonable with this. Like, you can't shame somebody out to advance your cause. It doesn't make any sense at all. So you may be asking yourself, what about the writer of this article? Well, this is Alex. He is no longer over on Twitter.
I'm shocked. It's a blue sky denizen.
Mm-hmm. And he, him, by the way, which, sure. Now, I will tell you this. Alex, who writes for IGN, is not a super smart cookie because he may have hidden his stuff over on X, protected his stuff, but let me just say, he's really, really dumb because you can very much get a hold of him very personally.
I mean, he's a journalist. The dumb is already included.
Yes, 1000%. This is like a peak virtue signaling here. But dude is, I don't know, he's over on Blue Sky and such, and it's like, I don't know. Here we go. He actually addresses this over on Blue Sky. He says Netflix comedy continues to completely misunderstand the darkly comic world created by Charles Addams over 80 years ago, not remitting it much as diluting it until something else entirely. He says, in general, you shouldn't read the comments, but I'm definitely not reading the comments on this one. Anyways, glad this bit made the final cut. So assuming that, he wrote this on purpose to rile people up. And, this is just so silly. But
it's
feel like
fine if you want to imagine, Wednesday and Enid having a lesbian relationship in your mind while you're jacking off later, I guess, right? Like, I don't give a shit if people ship characters in media in their mind. Like, you can do whatever the fuck you want, right? That's your right, after all. But once you start taking that ship and you're like, I'm so obsessed with this, it needs to be part of the source material. That's where it's like, you've crossed the line, man. You can have that like weird fantasy of people, just don't bring it to the source material.
Nah, I actually fucking hate shippers. I hate them, man. They ruin everything. Like, yeah, you're right. They have the right to do whatever they want in their own brain, but once they're like advocating for it on social media and saying, oh, these people deserve to be together, and these people are totally gay, and these people are lesbians, like, no, just stop and shut up, sit down, go away. Like, no, they actually ruin stuff. They're like the Tumblr basement dwellers. Go away.
I mean, I agree with you, because you can look at, oh god, what's the name? Bridget. You can look at Bridget and how the people who asserted that Bridget was trans despite Bridget's backstory actually ended up winning that narrative. So it's like shippers can fuck shit up for everyone else, I suppose.
Bridget, you mean Macron, Bridget?
No, I mean Bridget, like Guilty Gear Bridget.
Who?
The guy that's like the yo-yo character in Guilty Gear
It's a fighting
Strive.
game, Blabs.
Yeah, it's a fighting game.
I thought you were talking about Bridget, like Macron, Bridget. I'm like,
no, I don't know
maybe that is
anything
a
about
dude.
that dude and or lady. I don't know anything about them.
yeah, here's Bridget from Guilty Gear right here. Yeah.
Ah.
So it's funny. I actually saw a video the other day from Snarky J. She is a content creator, and she was talking about how specifically how fandoms can take over and really just like ruin a franchise for its original target audience. And she specifically talked about the bronies in My Little Pony and how that, she created a video detailing how they just totally, shipped more or less their, I don't know, I guess they really influenced the show after the first season or two, and they pushed the show away from its original target audience to where, the people who were making the My Little Pony show, the Friendship is Magic show, really listened and catered to the bronies instead of the 10, 11, and 12-year-old girls that the show was originally catered for, and that started on the internet, obviously. So
for some reason, you saying that made me think to ask. I've never seen the Wednesday shows that we're talking about, but I remember watching like the Addams Family when I was a kid. Are these like aged up in the show?
She's like 16.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Okay, so that's even weirder now that like this guy is talking about like, oh, we need
Shipping
the lesbian
two girls,
shipping.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that's even
Yeah.
weirder actually, because it's like when I was a kid, I was more focused on Morticia and I forget the guy's name because like their
Gomez.
relationship was so fucking cute. Yeah, Gomez. Their relationship was so fucking cute.
Yeah, I like watching the original Addams Family. I always remember that one scene where like the door stops creaking and like, oh no, so then they go and fix it so it starts creaking again instead of the opposite where you're supposed to like oil the door so it doesn't creak. It's like that. Those type of little things are so odd and quirky. I'm like,
Yeah,
I love that.
yeah.
That's funny.
John came in and says shipping will the Yang Blade ship into existence in Ruby. It's sometimes cited as one of the many reasons the web show fell off. Yeah, with Ruby, that and the original creator died. Monty. Yermo says tired of journalists pushing fetishes into coverage. Yep.
Nope.
Miku says shippers ruined everything. Exhibit A, Adventure Time.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that as well. And it's like if shippers could just keep their shit to Fantasyland, I think they would be fine. I wouldn't care. Right? Like it should just be like you can do whatever the fuck you want in your own head. It's when you start trying to push that as canon, it becomes a problem. And the shippers have gotten wildly out of hand.
Yep. It's disgusting. I have seen examples of people shipping like teenagers with adults, but like murdering adults and stuff like that. Like obviously characters. These are all characters. They're not real people. But it's like it's just so unhinged that you would even put these two people together. It's like you are insane. You are mentally unwell if you are putting someone who like murders, is a racist, piece of shit person. You're like, yeah, that person, totally ship him with the main female character who like is a goody two shoes. You know, it's like what the fuck are you on? Yeah, wild. Shippers, I hate them.
Daniel says, just sick of canonical characters being changed for their preferences. Leftist weirdos just need to make their own characters. They just need to stop. Thank you, Daniel. Mercenary says, sorry, Foxio, I don't want carpets. I want hardwood floors. Sonic says, Bridget is a boy. Always and always was, always will be. Yeah. Tilted World came in, says shippers ruin everything, shame them back to their fan fiction forums where they belong. Hashtag Sydney Sweeney. That's 20 for Sydney right there from Tilted World. Andrew says those who cannot conceive friendship as a substantiative love, but only as a disguise or elaboration of eros, betray the fact that they have had a friend. C.S. Lewis. They never had a friend. Andrew. Never. Yes. Sorry, I'm bad at reading. Arg, another name, says Sydney Sweeney, Megan Fox, isn't even the best looking Foxu on the show today. Thank you. Arg, another name. That's 10 for Sydney Sweeney. And Bjorn says, I vaguely remember thinking Eden was starting to fall in love with Wednesday towards the end of season 1. I was expecting them to go for this whole unrequited love angle for more drama in season 2. That was kind of teased a little bit in season.
There was like
1.
2 little seconds of that, and then it was back to normal.
Yeah. C. Thomas says, have to vote for Sydney Sweeney, but redhead love should be higher. Thank you, 10 for Sydney Sweeney. And let me make sure I got any of these other real quick. Want to make sure we have some of those real fast. Nathan says the WNBA viewership is the WNBA viewership up is similar to CNN. Only time I ever see it is at the gym because I don't have access to a remote. Also, 1 for Sydney Sweeney. As while I agree with Megan was hotter, she's the epitome of that crazy hot rule. There you go. Thank you, Nathan.
20 for Sydney.
Yep. All right. And Anthony says the best ship is Kirsha and the Roach King. Oh, no.
I mean, we're not married yet.
Yet. Darth Gavel says Raylos are weird. Yep. Hear that?
Oh, are they? So weird.
And Patchouli says, while actual fans won with Bridget, it's a shame there wasn't the same fervor to keep Testament pure, who is now non-binary.
Did they end up reverting it? Because even like I don't want to say director, but there was like a Japanese press release where they were like, Bridget is a woman now. So like, the weird people ended up winning that as far as I knew. But if it got overturned and they changed it back, then yeah, sure. If I can correct me, please. I would love to be corrected.
Your dad said you should hit the subscribe button. Don't disappoint Dad.